Hello, welcome to Quilt in Color. My name is Shalina. Today I'm going to show you all of the quilts that I made in 2023 and give you a little preview of what to expect in 2024. Let's get started. Each of these quilts has a story, and I'll be telling you the story in the episode for that quilt. So now it's just a quick view of the quilt as a teaser. So in January, I made this one. It's called One Tree. The back. Also in January, I made I've Got Your Back. And this one is called Sonder. It's got a scrappy backing. In February, I made these two quilts. This is called Zou the elephant. Zou is how you say elephant in Japanese. And so when I call it Zou the elephant, it's actually it's like saying chai tea. And here's the back of it. This one is called Boundaries. Can also be shown this direction. And here's the back of this one. In March, I made Mended Heart. You can see it here. Here's the back of this one. And it goes with these other two that I made earlier, but I didn't call these quilts when I made them, but I think they are too. I'm counting all these three of these as one quilt just because they're so tiny. And last in March, this one is called Fear of the Missed Deadline. All of these so far that I showed you are project quilting challenges, and the quilting challenges are going to take place again this year, so expect to see lots of little quilts in the first quarter of this year. In April, I made Boundless. I have a YouTube video about this quilt, so you can check that out if you want to. And then from the leftovers of the Boundless quilt, I made this little quilt. I'm calling this one Whose Rights. There's the back. A little wrinkled. I didn't make any quilts in May or June because I was really busy with work. I didn't make any quilts in July either, so in May, June, and July I didn't make any quilts, although I did make some progress on some of my long-term projects. I started my YouTube channel in July where I showed you in my art journal. And in August I had more YouTube videos and also some paintings. In September, I made this Making Friends quilt. And there's a tutorial on YouTube on how to make this one if you want to check that one out. In October, I worked on my African garden quilt. And there's a YouTube tutorial on the African garden quilt if you want to check that one out. In November, I had some more YouTube videos, and I also was preparing for the December challenge where I post a video every day, so I didn't get any quilts finished in November. In December, I posted a video every single day where I picked up each of my works in progress and made 15 minutes worth of progress in it every day. And I wasn't able to finish a lot, but I did take the time to finish up this one. It's called Scrappy Cat. Here's the back of that one. It was a very successful year for me in terms of finishing quilts because I had made a goal at the beginning of the year that I finish more quilts than I start, and I started 11 quilts this year and I finished 12. So for 2024, I'd like to make some more progress on my works in progress quilts. There were several videos that I showed in December where I was so close to finishing the Shakespeare in the Park. I just need to finish the 2 corners. The Dear Jane video, I just need to finish that 1 block. And the spiderweb quilt only needs an applique and some quilting, so all 3 of those quilts should be pretty quick to finish. And also the Olympics quilt. It's really close to finishing. I just need to finish quilting the borders and bind it. I'm hoping that those 4 quilts especially will show up as finished quilts this year. My plans for 24 are to make some progress on those works in progress quilts that I showed you in December. Another plan is to work on my project quilting quilts like I did last year. Kim at Persimmon Dreams has a theme that she gives us every other week for the first 3 months of the year, and we have 1 week to start and finish a quilt. So hopefully I'll be able to video those for you. I might not be able to make the video in time for the deadline, but I'll definitely make sure that I show those to you when I can. There's also a couple of blog hops where I make 1 quilt a month. Those do not have to be small ones because I have time to prepare for those now. I already know the themes for them. But we'll have to see how much work I can get done and what kind of plans I can make for those. I'd also like to continue interviewing other quilters, and I have several ideas about who to invite. Hopefully I'll be able to show those on the channel this year. And besides the tutorials for all the small quilts, videos of all the quilts I've mentioned so far, I'd also like to start some other quilts that I'd like to show you. I have an idea about how to use the African fabric that I bought and make a quilt out of that, and make at least 1 quilt out of that. And I'd also like to start an autobiography quilt. I'm thinking about choosing a theme for every month and making a block or more than 1 block to represent that theme. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I can make that as the block of the month. That's been something that's been on my list of things to make for a long time, and I think that would be fun to make. So let me know if you're interested, and I can make sure that I put that as a block of the month for you to join along with me. I'd also like to continue the series of my finished quilts. My family has asked me to make a video for each of my quilts that I have, just to tell the story of each of the quilts that I have. And I want to continue with that series because that's a lot of fun to be able to do. And of course, there'll also be other videos and quilting content that I come up with throughout the year. So it looks like an exciting year for the channel this year, and I hope you'll subscribe and join me on this adventure. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.